K100 Radio.
The movement.
You feel what I'm saying? So before we even get too deep into this thing, understand this is a whole nother level of love. Write her own stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit off your shoulders, man. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? Get that shit off her shoulders.
Man, you acting all this and that since you were boosting. Now you got some boost. So
Well, you know that.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's good to see that you grinding and just putting that much effort and thought into it. You feel what I'm saying?
Appreciate
like
that.
That's
Appreciate
really
that.
dope. You did. That's the one. That's the one.
I'm putting you on the lingo. That's what's up.
Be the internet because everybody are in their phones.
I mean, so many black brothers dying, brother. We kings, bro.
Yeah.
What we killing each other for, bro?
Leave a message. I just might be in the studio. That's how it used to go.
Y'all leave nobody. I
Nobody.
don't say nobody.
You know,
You know we got some beautiful
some places in the strippers look like, damn, everybody on meth in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
K100 Radio.
Picture my intuition guiding me, picture me knowing, picture me dripping, picture me giving, picture me showing, picture me 90.
What's good? This is Kelby Cannon, publisher of Making It Magazine, here to let all my independent artists, producers, and DJs know about MakingItMag.com. Not only are we Atlanta's #1 magazine for the urban music industry, but we're a national platform that provides real opportunities, real exposure, and real industry connection. Just log on to MakingItMag.com. Sign up for your membership and start submitting music to get booked on major shows, magazine features, radio interviews, sponsorships, and more great opportunities. That's MakingItMag.com. Doing dope stuff for dope artists. 10 years strong.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
Oh, welcome everybody. What's up?
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Great. Yes. Welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in and rocking with us over here on K100 Radio. I really appreciate it. We have a really special direct line interview that we're doing right now. So again, welcome everybody that's listening to us live over our website at K100radio.com. If you're listening to us via our mobile app, we appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. Also, welcome anybody listening also on TuneIn Radio on our global audience. Thank you guys for listening. All right, I appreciate that. So we've got like a really cool, really different, really special direct line interview that we're doing today. And you guys know what we do over here at K100 Radio. You guys know that we're about our business. We're about the music industry. We're about the the independent artists, the independent labels, and things like that of that nature. That's our main lane. But sometimes we have to kind of cross over and kind of stick a toe in some other lanes that kind of cross over to what we do over here at K100 Radio. So I'm not going to take too much time talking. I just want to go ahead and just get right into it and introduce my special guest on the air today. So right now I'm bringing to the stage Mrs. Cathy Hackl. Cathy Hackl. And Cathy, are you here? Are you on the line? Hello?
I am. I'm right here. Excited
All right.
to be here.
Thank you for being with us on K100 Radio. I really appreciate it. Really do. All right. So let me just say real quick. Cathy is the CEO of the Futures Intelligence Group, right? She's also the dean at Republic Realm Academy, which is a leading metaverse consulting, working with the world's top brands on metaverses and strategies and NFTs, virtual fashion, things of that. All right, and Republic Realm is one of the largest digital real estate owners in the metaverse. All right, also Decentraland, the Sandbox, things like that. Now I know a lot of people that may be watching this particular segment on K100 Radio and listening to this particular interview are like, Blizzum, what are you talking about, bro? Like, where you talking about music? Ain't nothing going on with the Kardashians, bro? Like, what are you doing right now? I get it. Just pause and just stick with me, y'all. Stick with me. All right? So I'm gonna stop the background music because I want you guys to hear this clearly. And I'm gonna get right into it with Cathy. So basically, the metaverse is what I would consider the future of the internet, Web3. It's like, if I could, Cathy, please correct me if I'm wrong or stop me when I say something that's like, no, you're all the way off base. You're all the way off base. But,
Will do.
But the metaverse is basically a virtual reality format. It's what social media. A lot of people feel like the actual way we digest the internet and social media will be in the future. A very quick way, instead of me sitting here trying to talk outside of my education and the scope of my profession. If you ever seen the movie like maybe Ready Player One, I would say, would that be something close to what the metaverse is projected to be in the future, Cathy?
Yeah, so when you think of Ready Player One, that's a pretty dystopic vision of the future, right? We escape reality because it's so horrible, and we go into fully virtual reality.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to explain to us a little bit about how we're getting to where we're going, right? So Web 1.0, connected information, you got the internet. Web 2.0, connected people, so you got social media and the sharing economy and everything that's happening in that space. We're at the end, let's call it like the evolution of Web 2.0, and we're going into Web 3.0. And Web 3.0 connects people, places, and things. And these people, places, and things can sometimes be in a fully virtual environment, like virtual reality, but they don't only have to be in a fully virtual environment. It's also gonna be in our physical world. So in the real world, but there's gonna be information in front of us and holograms and a lot of different things. So there is an element of virtual reality, but it's not only virtual reality. It's many different technologies. It's really, it's the future of the internet, like you mentioned. It's almost like you have to envision it as a convergence of physical and digital, like the lifestyle that we've been living on our phones and our computers catching up to our physical lifestyle. So, it's almost like the internet will be all around us, whether it's in a virtual space or whether it's going to be in the physical world. So it sounds a little bit like sci-fi, but I'm sure we're going to talk about this, but a lot of the big tech companies are working towards creating that future of the internet.
So, and I love that answer. And here's the thing, especially when you said, okay, well, it won't just be just in the VR world, it'll also be in the real world via hologram and things like that, but it'll all be connected. Like you'll be able to have this just insane just level of access to people in both realms. And it's I guess that movie was like the closest that I physically seen in the past couple of years with sci-fi to kind of make a quick way to have people wrap their brain around it a little bit. You know what I mean? But for people who have no idea what metaverse is.
Yeah.
So of course, people that are listening, there are people that are trying to get over into the metaverse, and there's a couple of things that I feel like people should get versed about before they even get all the way dive into it, especially like NFTs. Can you, again, like we're five, tell us what NFTs are and what is it that you specialize in when it comes to NFTs in the metaverse with your company?
Yeah, so NFT stands for non-fungible tokens. So something that's fungible is something that equals one-to-one. So if you have $1 and I have $1, no matter where we are in the world and we exchange that dollar, it's the same. It's worth the same, right? But something that's non-fungible means it has different values. So let's say you have a Babe Ruth collectible digital card and I have a Babe Ruth collectible baseball card. They might be, different years and, there might be differences about them. So they wouldn't be one-to-one. So that's what I mean by non-fungible tokens. But the token part is that it is a digital asset that proves digital ownership, and it is on the blockchain, right? So there's a way to know who has owned this digital asset, who's the new owner, who bought it, where has it been, those sorts of things. So it's about traceability. People just have to kind of wrap their heads around its digital ownership of digital assets. Someone might say like, well, what does that even mean, right? But if you have kids, like if anyone here is listening, their kids are probably playing Roblox or Minecraft or Fortnite,
right.
And they're buying a lot of digital goods, right?
Right.
They're buying skins and swords and all sorts of things. So think about, right now they own them in the game, but they really can't do much with them. But imagine if this is actually on the blockchain and these digital goods, accrue value, and imagine them being able to move them, wear the skin in Roblox and then move it over to Fortnite and having value across different gaming platforms. So, just very basic, it's digital ownership of digital assets. And it can be in the form, like I said, of skins. It can be in the form of real estate, like what Republic Realm does. So it's very, very big. It's also in the form of music. It's starting to be in the form of music.
Right.
And it's really changing a lot of things.
Yes. And I'm glad you said it can be in the form of music, because now you're talking our language over here, right? That's what my whole entire our world consists of, music and the music industry over here, Cathy. So it's like that's ultimately where I want the conversation to lead because we specialize in having a platform that is for independent artists, and so we're trying to be on the cutting edge and on the front lines of the same way we try to get independent artists and music and independent labels involved in the industry and get them paid, get them situated and get them to where they can be recognized for their work. The same thing is going to basically apply in the metaverse, right? There's going to be a need for music. There's going to be a need, just like there's going to be a need for skins and clothes and shoes and brands. These artists that we deal with on a daily basis are also going to be able to capitalize and also have a presence in the metaverse as their physical selves and also their artistic extension of their brand of them being an artist. And it's very important, I feel like, for us, as a platform to kind of nudge them that way and let them know this is coming. This is happening. And you guys need to get on board. And so that's why I'm really glad that you were able to, be on the show right now and really talk to us about it. So I thank you again. So I have a couple of,
Can I add something to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's really important, exactly what you're mentioning about independent creators. And then I'm understanding the power that comes with Web 3.0, where they're actually able to, to almost collaborate with their fans and collaborate with their audiences to co-create and to generate value. Right? Something that you're starting to see in the NFT space is creators are getting paid what they're worth, and their art, their work, their art, or whatever it is that they're putting out in the world in the form of NFT is accruing value. And the big thing here to mention also with non-fungible tokens is that because it is on the blockchain and it does have a smart contract, every time someone sells that asset, it is written into the smart contract that the creator, the person that created that, that piece of music or that crypto art, will get a percentage in perpetuity. So that's a huge opportunity in the secondary market also for artists, not just from the get-go, but in perpetuity. They're going to be able to get, money and income, let's say, from the things they create today as they move along in Web3.
Exactly. So let me ask you this: how important is it? Do you think people have to have? What level of knowledge should a person have about crypto or the blockchain itself before they even try to dive into NFTs in the metaverse? Should you really you can't really skip over it, can you? Because if you don't even know what the blockchain is, if you have no idea how cryptocurrency works or maybe the blockchain, then you really kind of have to take a step back because, you're saying terms like smart contract, and I know what that means and stuff like that. But I think that it's imperative that people kind of familiarize themselves with that part of it first. Would you say that?
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's why, the work I'm doing with Republic Realm Academy, I'm the dean of Republic Realm Academy, and what we're trying to do is allow professionals, executives or professionals, really independent creators, anyone, to up-level their skills and get a better understanding of what is the metaverse, what are the business opportunities, blockchain, NFTs, tokenomics, and really wrap their heads around this from a non-technical side, right? The Republic Realm Academy is not something where you're going to come in and you're going to become a developer. Right. It's more for professionals, so independent creators that want to wrap their heads around what does this mean? How does this make sense for my art or for my business? So we're very excited. One of the missions that that we see is there's going to be a need for people to understand Web 3.0, and that's what we're trying to do with Republic Realm Academy. So it's really, really exciting to be able to kind of provide that education. And I want to tell people here, like, we are bringing the best of the best. We've got faculty from UC Berkeley. We've got faculty from Georgia State University. They're doing amazing work. We've got Boston University. We've got several other companies, so actual professionals that are in industry that are going to be teaching some of these classes. So it's not, it's not kind of just like an online class. It's an actual academy with high level, high quality, faculty. And I think the really exciting part here too is that we're going to be creating an alumni network.
Right.
And the really cool thing too is that it is through once you buy tuition, you are going to be given an NFT, and that NFT will allow you to unlock the content and everything. So it's also learning about how to set up your crypto wallet and what do NFTs allow you to do. So it's almost like a whole education in the academy. It's really exciting.
I love that because got to give you a round of applause on that because, like I said, with Cathy, of course, you're the CEO of Futures Intelligence Group, and you operate as the dean of Republic Realm Academy. And again, I want people to understand the clear separation. All right, so Cathy has her own company, which is Futures Intelligence Group, right? And like I said, it's a
Yeah.
metaverse consulting. They do metaverse consultancy, working with the world's top brands on metaverse strategies, NFTs, virtual fashion, and how to extend their brand to the virtual world. And Republic Realm is a separate company, right? And they are they operate also in the metaverse, but they're starting, basically what she's saying is they're starting a school. She's the dean of the school, the college, the online school that they're building to literally teach you guys that may be listening to this about everything that she's talking about, right? I don't even know, because without having to get too technical, like she said, so it's really important to have this conversation with her, because it's like, yo, she's literally the dean of the school where you can go and learn this is a short interview. We can't cover everything, but what I want to make sure everybody takes away that's watching this right now on YouTube or on our live streams or anything else is that you understand that Republic Realm is starting the Republic Realm Academy, and she's the dean. And these guys are actually starting an online school that can teach you everything you need to know about the metaverse. So you, as an artist, you as a record label owner, you as a digital artist or whatever, can find out exactly what it is that you can do to capitalize in this oncoming technology. And it's coming. It's really already here. But the next wave, when it becomes,
we're all building it. We're all building it, and independent creators like the ones that are listening to this are part of the pioneers. Like, we're all building it together. I did want to mention, that we do want to, anyone that's listening to the show, we want more independent creators to be able to educate themselves and up level and get reskilled. So we do have like a discount code for anyone that's listening. Anyone that's listening or that's a follower of this radio show. We do have a 15% discount on tuition, which is, we're excited to be able to offer that to independent creators. The code is Realm K100, so all lowercase, Realm K100. If anyone is interested in enrolling and just taking chance of this, opportunity, it really is an amazing opportunity to pioneer the future together.
It really is. That's great. By the way, I just want to be clear. She just said, for the record, you can get a 15% discount, all right, if you're rocking with K100 Radio. Then, again, I'm going to type all this again, and I'm going to make sure I put this on the actual video. It is Realm, R-E-A-L-M, just like Republic Realm, Realm, K100 Radio, all lowercase. Use that as a promo code if you actually want to go to the Republic Realm Academy, where Cathy is the dean at. All right, so this conversation is great, and I'm glad that you're here. You're so much more knowledgeable, obviously, because this is your specialty, and I'm kind of over here just winging it a little bit. But let me tell you this, Cathy. All right. So here's what I've done so far. Right. Okay. So I'm a person that I may even register for Republic Realm Academy myself. But so far, I have purchased crypto. I have a couple of crypto wallets. I also have created 2 NFTs of some cover art. From some music that we put out. I've got 2 of them on OpenSea. All right. So I just went through the process just to see what is it like to just go to a platform like OpenSea, mint something. Those Ethereum gas fees, I was not expecting. That slapped me across the face. I didn't know it was going to be that much money, but I just was trying to figure out what it is, what an artist would have to do right now just to try to get something out there to be bidded on and just to get this whole process done. And it was fairly easy, honestly, if you understand, basic stuff about the blockchain, and it was really easy. It wasn't difficult. So I want to ask you this question. We're going to go into the future a little bit, right, where the metaverse is already pumping. I'm going to come back. I'm going to back up in a little bit, but let's just say the metaverse is here and it's always already pumping, right? How would you, how do you think that the major record labels will kind of have the same stranglehold on what gets out, what gets noticed in the metaverse like they do in the physical world? Or do you think the metaverse, because of the nature of it, the way it's being created, will actually be more friendly and open to the independent creators? Isn't that a goal of the metaverse?
Yeah, I think a lot of us are working towards that openness, that open metaverse of sorts. And this is really important for the creators that are listening to this, is that the metaverse is, Web 3.0 and the metaverse are driven by community, right? So if you have a community, if you have people that enjoy your music, they might not be millions of people, but it doesn't matter. You will have an audience. You will have a way to monetize, which I think is the most powerful thing. I mean, I'll give you an example. It's an example from fashion, so it's not an example from music, but you can kind of relate it to music in some ways. There's a young creator. He's, I believe, 19 years old right now. His name his name in the art world is Ferocious. And he partnered with a company called Artifact and launched virtual sneakers in the form of NFTs. And they sold, I think those virtual sneakers sold within 3 hours, and they made like $5 million in virtual sneakers. So sneakers that only exist in a virtual space. But what I'm trying to get at is like, Ferocious is a creator. He's a young and up-and-coming creator. He, in the regular physical world, he would have never gotten a chance to work with a Nike, for example, to do sneakers, right? That's something that LeBron gets to do, not Ferocious. But what is happening is this change where creators are the ones that are driving this. And community is the driving force. So it's a huge opportunity for creators of all sorts, whether it's music, fashion, whatever it is that you're passionate about, to monetize and to connect with your community in a different way and give them a chance to have ownership in some way of your creation and help you along the way. So it's almost a change in mentality that has to happen. I mean, and you're already seeing record labels trying to figure out how do we play in this new world?
Right.
And I think that a lot of them are starting to understand that it has to do with community, it has to do with creativity, and it has to do with openness, and that's why independent creators are critical.
Exactly. So right now, just now let's go back to like present day right now. So now here's something that I would want to learn when I go to Republic Realm Academy. So I'm trying to help me out here. There's already metaverses out, but there's like different ones, right? So there's like Sandbox and Decentraland and all these different kind of sort of independent metaverses. How are we going to kind of get them all to be like the one internet, like the one web, like the one big metaverse? How is that going to happen? Because I see so many of them are like separated. Like, what's going to bring them together to be like one? Or will they all be separate?
Well, I think I think it's the idea is openness, interoperability, being able to move assets from one place to another. I think people are working towards that. That's why blockchain is so incredibly important. You almost have to envision this in like the metaverse. When we talk about the metaverse, it is being created right now. It doesn't exist as the vision of the metaverse. So you almost have to see it as the greater metaverse. So, in New York, you have the great tri-state area. So you have to think of like the greater metaverse, and then within that greater metaverse that we are building, there are meta worlds or, metaverses, lowercase m, in those spaces, right? So eventually the idea is that there's going to be openness and there's going to be interoperability. There might be some walled gardens. I'm not going to say that they're not going to be, but that's the ultimate goal. I do want to bring it back a little bit to community, because I think that one of the things that we're trying to do with the Academy is that the people that go through Republic Realm Academy are going to be forming a community. We're going to have an active alumni community. We're going to, hopefully be able to kind of also connect recruiters with alumni and kind of build this community and allow people to kind of interact. I can only imagine the types of collaborations that are going to come from that alumni community.
Right.
And Republic Realm, the company, also has, they have a very thriving community on Discord. They hold weekly events. So yes, if anyone, is eager to kind of get involved in understanding what does community look like in Web 3.0, definitely check out, Republic Realm's Discord, and sign up for the Academy so you can be part of our alumni network.
And everybody needs to wrap their head around that. That's not something that is hard to conceptualize, because that already exists in the real world. When you go to a college, any college, the alumni network is real. When you go back and visit and you got friends and peers that you met, and that one person that, hey, scoot you in the back door of that job that you got, what I'm saying, because you went to grad school with them at that place, right? that community is everything. It's so important. And just basically back to, what it is that we do and why I feel this is relevant is because the independent hip hop community is tight-knit, just like the actual music community, Cathy. It's like it's like the higher up you get, the smaller the circle goes, right? And the independent artist community that we serve, our niche audience, outside of our listeners who love our platform, but the actual creators that we deal with directly as far as playing the music and holding shows for them and things like that, stuff like that. It's really tight-knit. And everybody wants to help everybody. So I just think that it's going to make perfect sense. And that's why I personally feel that it really just all fits with the metaverse. It really just makes sense, that we all work together.
It does. And what really is important is when people think about the metaverse, they tend to over-index on the visual, right? And they're only thinking about, what am I going to see? But we're going to need the music and the creation, and that's why I think it's really important right? To also think about there's going to be massive opportunities for musicians and musical artists and independent creators, to write the soundtracks of the metaverse in some way. That sounds a little far-fetched, but there really is going to be so many opportunities from an audio side, not just the visual side.
Exactly. Things like for instance, I saw that I think it was Justin Bieber or somebody else. They were going to do a concert, a virtual concert, right? And I'm like, that in and of itself, like you have now, you can live stream. Like that's the old internet. We're on internet 3.0. You know what I'm saying? The internet we got now. We can live stream and people can watch it on the phone. Yeah, that's true. But what about the next level when it feels like you're literally sitting right there in the crowd with them, right? So then you can literally throw your live show from anywhere and everybody can really feel like they're right there. I think it's so many opportunities, and I really just hope that everybody I appreciate your time for coming over here and talking to us about the metaverse and NFTs and how it all can work for our independent artist community, our DJs, everybody that we rock with over here. And it's just so much more that we can get into. But we want to make sure that everybody understands, you need to sign up and maybe get down with Republic Realm Academy so you can get that long knowledge, those actual courses, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I was just chatting with the team from Republic Realm, and we would love to have you personally join us for the first cohort, and kind of come on almost as an ambassador of sorts and join us, join us for that first class. We would love to have you be there with us, and and we hope that a lot of your community will follow.
Absolutely. I definitely, I'm taking that offer up. By the way, this is being recorded. Kathy, so I'm just going to make sure I throw this back into you guys' face.
There will be proof.
Yes.
We won't be on the blockchain, but there will be proof.
The dean of the school literally said, I'm supposed to be here, people. Okay, so boom, I'm going to be there. All right, so we're going to make sure we can make that happen. Your company, Futures Intelligence Group, would you want to speak on that just a little bit?
Yeah, very briefly. I mean, we're working with some of the world's top brands on strategies related to virtual worlds, virtual fashion. We do a lot of stuff in virtual fashion and beauty. We do things, we do strategies with non-fungible tokens. And we also do metaverse, strategies long-term and short-term. Every company eventually is going to need some type of metaverse strategy, just like they have a social media strategy and an e-commerce strategy, depending on what they sell. So it's been a really exciting time for me. I've worked with brands like Clinique, for example, to launch their first NFT and many others. I feel very privileged to be able to be pioneering the future as a woman and a woman of color. So I'm very, very proud of that. And, and you don't know this, but a lot of people in the industry call me the godmother of the metaverse. So I'm not only the dean, but I'm the godmother.
Well, listen,
I saw that. Feel very, very lucky.
Listen, I saw the term in the bio, and I saw it actually referring to you as such when I was doing the research, right? When they first told me about who you were, of course, as the guy over here that's going to be conducting the interview, I got to do a deep dive. I mean, not a super deep dive, but I got to dig a little bit, see who I'm going to be talking to, especially because I have no idea about your world over here that you guys do. So I got to make sure I'm talking to the person I need to talk to, which I feel like I really scored on this interview. Honestly, if I'm got to do say so myself, I'm proud of myself for grabbing this one. You know what I'm saying? That's a round of applause for myself over here, but listen. Also, based on what you just said, in layman's terms, so my audience can kind of just match it up. You're kind of like a quote unquote publicist for the metaverse. Like you would be what the equivalent of what an independent artist would refer to in our world as a publicist, kind of sorta, basically.
Yeah, I mean, in technology, we use the word evangelist. Obviously, that has religious connotations. But yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to do is just let more people understand what is coming, what potentially this means to them. What it means to the future of their business. What does it mean for the future of their creation and their art and their music? And it's a very, I feel very privileged and honored to be able to do that. I have a podcast too with Adweek called Metaverse Marketing, and we've been exploring everything from entertainment and fashion, you name it. So, that's definitely a good place to learn more. But what I would say is if anyone listening to this really feels called to figure out, what does this mean for the business of their creativity and the business of the things that they're putting out in the world, definitely sign up for the Academy. We feel very strongly that it's going to serve a big purpose and it's going to fill a big gap. And, and it's just going to allow also people to connect as a community, as an alumni network. And like I said, we're bringing the best of the best. We have amazing faculty from UC Berkeley, from Georgia State, from Boston University, and then industry professionals. So yeah, we really feel strongly that this is going to be something very positive for independent creators and for executives and professionals all around the world.
Absolutely. I have someone asking me a question, Miss Jackson, over there on our Instagram feed. She was asking a couple of questions, and I want to kind of pose one to you, if you don't mind, if you have a second. I just want to give some of my audience members, that people that are watching. By the way, also, if you want to, because I know we're not gonna have this like really long interview with her, because basically everything that you really need to know, you need to be signing up for Republic Realm Academy, and also using the promo code Realm K100 Radio to get the 15% off to get a deep dive into it. But it's a pretty cool question. So if an artist wanted to, would there be a company or one that maybe already exists, or maybe that you know of, or maybe that, I don't know, you may develop or someone else may develop, that would be like a point of contact, would be like a gateway for artists to be able to kind of like get their music to them, and they actually help with them basically getting placed on situations in the metaverse? Like how you have over here, you have companies that help artists get licensing and syncing with TV and film. So basically a company or someone over there that would actually, the independent artist could contact a kind of a music library for the metaverse, I would say, to get, to collect, to have a catalog of things, and then say, hey, we know these independent artists, everything is good on the business side. Let's try and get them matched with this particular, I don't know, venue or whatever in the metaverse. Do you think does something like that already exist, or something like that in the works that you know of?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, nothing comes to mind maybe at that scale. I mean, I think that there's a lot of people trying to figure out the business models of the metaverse, but I think that is an excellent idea. Maybe this person should come to the academy and learn, and then, then bring that to the world and create that themselves. It's a great idea. I do think, there's lots of different, places where you can even hold your own concerts. You don't even have to, you don't even have to like sign up with some type of metaverse label or something. But yeah, I think that there's going to be a lot of opportunities. Web 3.0 opens up lots of potential opportunities, and people's careers are going to evolve, and that's just part of the beauty of what lays ahead. But definitely a great idea.
Absolutely. And one last thing before I go, right? So it's the last one, I promise, and we're gonna wrap it up. So I use this kind of like, explain it to me like I'm 5 scenario with Ready Player One and ever. I'm gonna explain it to me like I'm 6 months old, real quick, right? So I envision things where I don't know if you ever played it, but the Grand Theft Auto game, right? And so if you're playing Grand Theft Auto, you go around doing all these missions and whatnot or what have you, but you literally have the ability to control what you hear, right? Like you can actually you can tune into a certain radio station and whatever, and then those artists are embedded within that song, within that game. They on the back end get paid publishing or whatever on the back end. So at one point, if you could land a track on Grand Theft Auto, and you were like a god, if you were an independent artist, if you could somehow make that happen, because they really only played certain people, just like radio. But I envision that being kind of sort of a thing within the metaverse where it's radio, but it's a new form and a new brand of radio. And I just wanted to just get your take on that. Like when you're talking about music, and like you said, there's going to have to be a soundtrack. Like when you go out in life and you get in your car, or when you go to a bar somewhere, and what's playing in the background besides the ambient noise and the people is always music. It surrounds us, and we take it for granted. We don't even realize how much we consume music. Every time we watch a commercial or hear an ad, there's music. There's music in the background. And so I guess the future of that, if you don't mind just expanding on just that particular point, like radio, how could you envision that maybe working in web, in internet?
Yeah, what I would say is that, right now, radio, or, if you're in a game, there's only a limited library, right? There's only certain things that have that have been licensed or whatever that you're able to hear. But I think with the opportunity that comes with Web 3.0 and putting things on the blockchain is that people are going to be able to personalize what they listen to even further, right?
Right.
So I'm going to have more choices. And I think that's really exciting. I think that's a great opportunity for independent creators. I'm not only going to have to listen to what, a big record label puts out. I'm going to be able to listen to more independent creators and just customize my soundtrack and, and listen to what I want, or have people, when they visit the worlds we might build, you're going to be able to kind of customize that too. So imagine an artist is going to be able to create their own world and have their own concert venue, and they're going to be able to showcase their own music and invite their fans to join them in these spaces. It doesn't have to be Justin Bieber doing a concert in the Wave, even though that's really exciting. That virtual concert's really exciting. But you're going to, artists are going to be able to do things maybe on a smaller scale, but still invite their audiences in to engage with them in these virtual spaces. So I think there lies the opportunity.
Right. I love that answer. All right. We got to get ready to get up out of here. I don't want to hold you up. Before we get ready. Well, I don't want you. Okay. So this is last one. This is really quick. I'm not a financial advisor. Cathy's not a financial advisor. Okay. But of a lot of people who were saying they're going to watch this particular segment because they're interested in crypto. Just real quick, can you do a quick tie-in about how important cryptocurrency is to everything we're talking about right now? If you don't mind, just.
Yeah. Well, at the beginning, we talked about digital ownership of digital assets, and that usually happens with digital currency, right? And at the end of the day, in some ways, that's what crypto is. So crypto is the underlying, way that we're going to be able to do this digital, have digital ownership of digital assets.
Right.
So they're hand in hand. Blockchain, crypto, it's all hand in hand. So yes, it's all very much related. And one of the things that we will do with the academy is we're going to help people set up their crypto wallets, their Ethereum wallets, or we're going to walk them through the process so they don't feel it could be a little daunting at times. So we're going to be able to walk them through it so that they can get that NFT, and that NFT that comes with the tuition is going to unlock the content and the alumni network and everything. So yes, it all ties together.
Ooh, yeah. Wait. I just want to make sure. You slid something in on me right then. You said it's going to lock in with the tuition. Say that again for me, just so I.
It's going to unlock. Yeah, it's going to unlock. So when you buy the tuition for the academy, eventually that is going to give you an NFT, a non-fungible token that's going to go in your crypto wallet. And that non-fungible token that's going to be in your wallet is what is going to unlock the content. So you're only going to be able to access the content to the classes and the alumni network if you have that NFT in your wallet. So when you buy the tuition, eventually we're going to have an explainer that's going to show you, how to set up your crypto wallet, how to get the NFT in that wallet, and that will unlock the content. Once again, NFTs are used a lot to unlock, experiences, or unlock content, or unlock community. So yeah, the keyword there is unlock.
I almost got out of here without even having that being said. Because I didn't want to. I didn't want to get too technical, Cathy. You can understand why, because it's like we're not talking to a crypto audience. You know what I mean? We're talking to a musician audience on our broadcast. But that's so imperative of what you said is, and just that alone, someone might be like, wait a minute, I don't understand. That just that right there is what I want to hopefully prevent, and I hope that Republic Realm Academy helps us with, where people just give like, wait a minute, I got to have a crypto wallet to make an NFT to do what?
So we're gonna work with everyone. We're gonna work with our students to allow them to be able to have that, to set that up and walk them through it. So we're gonna hold your hands, and I think that that's what's really important. So I don't want anyone to feel intimidated by any of the things I said. I want them to feel welcome at the academy, and the academy is going to give them an opportunity to feel more comfortable with a lot of the words I might have used and a lot of things I might have mentioned. We're gonna we're gonna hold your hand, right? And we're gonna walk you through the process.
Absolutely. Republic Realm Academy. This is the dean of the school. Remember, you can get a 15% discount for signing up for this academy, all right? Just type Realm K100 Radio. I've got it on the screen right now. Got this beautiful picture of Cathy with Republic Realm with the logo. She probably can't see it, but it's on there right now. You guys are watching on YouTube. You see it? Doesn't she look fabulous? Yes, she does. All right? It's a really great picture. And remember, Realm, R-E-A-M. All right, just like, see on the screen, you guys will see Republic Realm. Realm, just type in Realm, K100, all lowercase, all right? And once this thing pops off, you get a 15% discount if you sign up using the promo code that we've given you right here live on the air. I'm going to post this again, and you guys take advantage of it or you don't. I suggest that you do. hopefully, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Well,
but
thanks so much for having me, though.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. I hope people will take advantage of that code.
Absolutely. Anything else that you want to leave them with before we go? Any websites? Any key points? Anything that we did not discuss?
No, you can go to republicrealm.com and you can find more information there on the Academy. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, Cathy Hackl. Thank you very much for rocking with us over here at K100 Radio and just giving us a little bit of your time, and expertise. I did not know you were from Atlanta. I tell people I did not know you were from Atlanta. Where are you?
Yeah, it's my hometown. I miss it. So.
What?
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, that's what's up, man. And look, the 678 number popped up on the switchboard, y'all. I was like, this must be a local caller. And she's just like, no, this is me. I'm from the A. Oh, yeah. Go Braves, right? I know you were happy, but like the rest of us, go Braves.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Cathy. Thank you very much for rocking with us.
Much.
Thank you very much. K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
So listen, I tried to. She's a very busy person. Republic Realm is a very big thing. Her company is also a very big thing. Futures Intelligence Group is a very big thing. That's a very busy person. I slick slid that interview in on y'all. But and I know people may be watching this. And let me get my background music back because I wanted to turn the background music off, while she was talking. I wanted to be crystal clear. But the conversation that I just had with her, and if you missed any parts of this conversation, you guys can always go back to our podcast over on Spotify, or you can go to the YouTube channel and watch the replay. This will also be posted up on our Facebook. And I don't think Instagram will take this one down because we didn't play any music, right? So Instagram normally takes our videos down because we play music. But this one should stay up. I'll leave it as an IG live over there on the K100 Radio page also as well. But this particular interview that we just did was really important. And I don't work for those guys. I don't work for Republic Realm or anything like that. But I see what they're doing, and I think that Republic Realm Academy that they got to be able to teach you guys the ins and outs of making sure that you know how to get your NFTs created. All right, you understand what the blockchain is. You understand what the Metaverse is. They literally setting up this online academy. When they reached out to me, because I actually just tweeted. I'm gonna tell you how I even met these guys, bro. Because she's going. I'm gonna tell you how I even met these people. I told you guys I minted 2 NFTs myself. Right, I went out and I had some NFTs that I created from my cover art, right? My original cover art from my first 2 albums, and that was that was $1,000 worth of art. Each one of those pictures cost me $500. If you know about my music background, right? When I was an independent artist, my first 2 albums, I didn't have my picture or anything on it. I had some original cover art drawn that was really expensive, really dope. The guy that drew it, he was a comic drawer for DC Comics. He was a guy that I met, and he charged me $500 to create these really dope original cover arts for my first 2 albums, right? So I said, because the way NFTs are working as far as like visual stuff, before I even put music on there or anything like that, I said I'm going to mint these 2 cover arts, my cover arts that I already own and trademarked and copyrighted years ago. Now I'm just going to mint them in the digital world and see the process. So I basically had to go to this website called OpenSea, upload it to OpenSea, create it on the blockchain, which when you upload it to them, it gives you a blockchain address and everything right there. If I'm still talking over your head, you definitely need to go to Republic Realm Academy. But they created on the blockchain right there, and then you mint them. And minting them basically says that's like literally creating a coin. They're using terms because Bitcoin, right? Coins, tokens, coins, all the stuff in cryptocurrency, all the terminology starts to make sense when you think about it. You mint them just like you mint an actual coin in real life, right? You mint it. They call it minting the NFT, which means boom, you stamp it. That means you made it, and that you're the first person to do it, and you own it. Now you can put it on. You can put it up for auction to make money off of it. When you put it up for auction, you can also stipulate that I still retain original ownership, and if somebody buys this from me, and then they resell it down the line, I still get 5% of every sale. That's what I got mine set to. You can set it up to like 12%, I think. I've got mine set at 5%. So if somebody actually, if for whatever reason something happens and just people just want to buy that, right? And you buy them with cryptocurrency. You don't buy them with money. So you kind of gotta understand cryptocurrency. You gotta have a little bit of cryptocurrency up here, all right, in order to get into the metaverse and NFTs. You understand what I'm saying? But that's why people talk about crypto and they talk about scams and stuff like that. There are a lot of scams on crypto. I was skeptical of crypto for years. I literally missed out on Bitcoin. I could literally be a multi-millionaire, probably 10 times over, had I just listened to a friend of mine 12 years ago who's also right now currently a millionaire, and we still converse, and he's my guy, and he's like, bro, I told you. He tried to get me into Bitcoin back in 2006. He tried to get me to put $2,000 on some Bitcoin in 2006 when that shit wasn't even worth a penny. I'd be rich as fuck right now. He was mining that shit and buying it. I thought it was a scam. I said no. For my fucking damn self. You know what I'm saying? For that. Right? Oh, the same guy. I see him flying all over the world and stuff like that, chilling. You know what I'm saying? He's like 50 years old, don't work, never gonna work again. You know what I'm saying? And we still cool. Still friends with him on social media and everything. What can I say? You told me, bro. I told you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I told you, bro. True story, right? So, I got into crypto later than where I really should, but crypto is a thing, and you gotta have a basic understanding of crypto in order to get into NFT and the metaverse. So the conversation that I just had with my guest, you feel what I'm saying? The conversation that I had with my guest is pertinent and it's important. You feel what I'm saying? So someone says the metaverse is a scam, NFT is a scam to get people to buy NFT crap. Someone says, oh, someone's on the YouTube saying it's a meta scam. How is it a scam? No one's. If something's a scam, then I wouldn't literally know somebody who could completely change their life with it, or not. And this person didn't create Bitcoin. So someone says it's a scam. I'm like, yo, is it a scam? I thought the same thing until when Dogecoin, however you say it, when that shit popped off earlier this year, I knew 5 more people retired because they were on it the year before and they dropped like $3,000 on it last year, 2019, and some shit like that. Now they retired. I mean, somebody's over talking about NFTs are a scam. I'm like, bro, how are you saying NFTs is a scam over there on the YouTube channel? NFTs, my NFTs are actually my fucking art. Those are actual physical art. That's physical art that I made. I just put it on a digital platform to see if anybody wants to use it on a digital platform. But my actual NFTs actually exist. I created them. They really are. I just made sure that you can actually buy them in the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? How is that a scam? They actually really exist. So I don't even understand what Victor Kelly is saying about it being a scam. Like, seriously, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some cryptocurrency tokens that are completely a scam. That Squid Game currency that they just did a rug pull with, that was a scam. You know what I'm saying? That was a fake scam, and somebody just got a couple $1 million off that. Okay, so there are scams, but there are scams in real life. Some of y'all be scamming every day in like real life. We got scam artists in the music industry that tell artists they can do some shit and know damn well they can't. Every day. We in the music industry, bro. We used to janky promoters scamming the shit out of people all the time. We in the music industry. So scams exist in the real world, and some shit is legit. So I'm not going to sit here and let you just say all NFTs are scams. Some of them is. Some cryptocurrencies are a scam. Just like some of these fucking janky ass promoters in the music industry are scammers. And some of them are not. Some of them are legit promoters. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah. Take that for what it's worth, homie. The person over there on the live talking about it's all scamming. I done seen enough people get money off of it to where I'm just not even finna really go past and entertain that any further. All right, anyway.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
So, again, shout out to my guest today. Again, her name is Cathy Hackl, and she's the CEO of Futures Intelligence Group, and also she's the dean at Republic Realm Academy. So again, if you want to sign up for Republic Realm Academy, it sounds just like how it's spelled. The word Republic, the word Realm, Republic Realm. Just go Google that, and you'll be able to find out about the academy and the school. The class. This is new. They haven't even started their first class yet. The first class haven't even started. It's supposed to start, I think, turn of the year. You know what I'm saying? The first class is in 2022. They just not starting it up to teach people about NFTs and Metaverse and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So Republic Realm Academy, and again, you can get 15% off the tuition of the course, and it's not that much. It's like, I think it's like a couple $100 to take the whole course online, right? And like she said, you actually have to take the course, and then they give you your what would be your degree or your diploma, giving you the NFT that basically unlocks everything else that they got going on, and then being in that network of people that worked with early on in the beginning. Even if you're not a developer, even if you're not no cryptocurrency day trader or no shit like that, you can still get an inroad on it. So if you got the money, why not learn? But you can go online and learn about stuff, or you can have if you just like anything else, you can go to YouTube University, or you can go to college. I guess, you know what I'm saying? So it's I don't think it was that much. It wasn't like you got to go take out real student loans. It was a couple of $100 in order to take the course online and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't that much. It wasn't crazy. But Republic Realm, that's where the online academy is. And again, Realm K100 Radio gets you a 15% off the course. You feel what I'm saying? And they did that because I did this interview and just the conversations that we had leading up to this interview. And again, remember, I was telling you guys how I met them. I met them because when I minted my NFTs, I tweeted it on my Twitter page. Twitter's good for something. That I just did these 2 NFTs, and I hashtagged NFT and hashtagged a couple other things. And I guess the Republic Realm just was following the hashtag. And one of the people that worked there was like, that's actually a really cool that shit is actually cool as fuck. And they retweeted it, and they were like, here's what we do. We're having a webinar if you want to learn more about minting NFTs in my Twitter. And I was like, you know what? I do want to learn more. So I went and watched the webinar that they had, right? And that's when I saw a couple other people from just different parts, not Cathy, but a couple other people were talking. I retweeted the webinar and said this was actually really informative because I learned a couple of things watching that webinar. And then they reached out to me, and they saw that I do K100 Radio, and they were like, hey, would you like to interview our dean for our school and our academy we got coming up? And that's how it all happened, right? That's how Cathy ended up on the show today. So I didn't go out and seek her. That was just social media tweeting and networking, and I ended up meeting this person, and they were like, hey, you have a radio show? Yeah. I was like, well, I don't have a cryptocurrency show. They were like, yeah, that's not the point. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be everything in the metaverse, music, everything's gonna be there. We need to tell everybody. We need to educate everybody. And I was like, you know what? I'll bring it to my audience if you guys want to. And here we are. All right, so that's how that happened. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And I appreciate you guys for rocking over here, the ones that did take the time to check out the interview. I know it's different from the conversations that we normally have on K100 Radio. We get that, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something. Again, this was not to just have an in-depth breakdown of, cryptocurrency and NFTs in 30 fucking minutes. It's not what we do. But, you know what I'm saying, I did guide you towards a platform that can really get more in-depth, and also got you a 15% discount. Best I can do. K100 Radio. We'll catch you guys on next week for our shows. Please download the K100 Radio mobile app and tune in and check us out 24/7. We are live 24/7. Download the app, tune in, and listen to the music. All right? 24/7. Our app is on Google Play. It's on Apple App Store. It's completely free. If you're watching this right now and you really rock with us, please go and download it. You don't have to listen to it every day, but just go download it and just open it up sometime and rock out. You never know. You're going to hear some music you already know. You're going to hear some music that you don't know, but it's going to be dope. All right? Indies, majors, it's going to be dope. Just Bluetooth it in your car or Bluetooth it to your headphones while you're working out or while you're driving, and check out some new music. Tune in live Wednesdays for K100 Radio's Illa Kill segment, and we do more direct line interviews. We haven't done a lot lately, but we do a lot of them. We got over 1,000 of them already, so this is just another one to add to the add to the pile. And remember, if you missed any part of this on the audio, you want to hear everything she said in the beginning, this goes up on our Spotify podcast. All right, so just follow our podcast on Spotify. Look for it on K100 Radio, and these interviews and hundreds more are over there right now too as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's K100 Radio. I'm out.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Right?
K100, you bastards. MidwestMixtapes.com, the #1 website for Midwest rap. MidwestMixtapes.com. They promote and market albums, mixtapes, singles, and videos. MidwestMixtapes.com. They can get you on DJ conference calls, blogs, and email blasts. MidwestMixtapes.com. They work with several magazines, college radio campaigns, and street teams in multiple cities.
Been waiting so long for you to come on home. Don't know where you've been, but I know time wasn't flying by.